$20 million. That's how much this cat cost. Not 20 million rubles, but US dollars. Because this is not a normal cat. This is the spy cat. And this is the story of how the CIA tried to turn a house cat into a $20 million spy. It all started in the 1960s, at the height of the Cold War. The CIA needed a way to gather intelligence on the Soviets, and they needed it to be discreet. So they came up with the perfect solution. A cat's in the bag. I mean, literally. Their plan was to surgically modify a cat into a walking, listening device. They imagined a perfect, unsuspected spy who could lounge on a park bench and listen in on Soviet diplomats. But the question was, how do you turn a cat into a spy? Well, you start with surgery. The CIA hired some of the best veterinarians and surgeons money could buy, and they went to work. First, they implanted a microphone in the cat's ear canal. Then they inserted a transmitter into its skull. Next, they put a tiny battery pack inside its chest cavity. And finally, they shaved the cat's entire body, so they could weave a nearly invisible wire antenna through its fur. Now this wasn't your average trip to the vet. This was a top-secret, multi-million-dollar engineering project with a very special patient. But after years of work, the day of the first field test arrived. The modified cat was driven to a park in Washington, D.C., and released near a Soviet compound. The CIA team watched as the cat made its way to a nearby bench, perfectly blending in with the other park cats. They listened intently through their headphones, hoping to hear the sounds of diplomacy. But then, suddenly, the music changed. The cat had moved. It took a few steps onto the street, and then, bam, it got hit by a taxi. The CIA's most advanced agent, the culmination of years of cutting-edge science, was taken out not by a KGB counter-spy, but by an ordinary cab. Sometimes even the best-laid plans go awry. Maybe the cat was trying to tell us something. Like, don't chase the cab, please. Or maybe that was just the sound of a dying cat. Either way, the mission was a failure. The project was shelved, and the spy cat returned to a life of luxury, napping, bird-watching, and maybe a little bit of laser chasing. After all, it was just a normal cat.